Can y'all hear me? 20, what are we at? 22-10. Virginia Tech gets the ball coming out of halftime. This team is so funny. We have these moments, man, where we make things look really easy. And then we have these moments where we make things look extremely more difficult than they should be. Um, the first quarter was the best first quarter we've ever looked. Or the best, that first quarter might be the best quarter of football I've seen. Um, that first quarter, offensively and defensively, was flat out clicking. Um, and then we do something, and then we do, and then we do something that it's not even on the players. So defensively, we start rotating guys. I don't understand why in the second quarter you go and throw in Brian Courtney. Um, unless there's some undisclosed injury that I'm not aware of, I don't understand why in the second quarter we start putting in backups in on defense. I get you jumped out to a 22-0 lead. I get all of that, right? But I don't understand the again, and I've criticized from day one our rotations. I do not understand why we rotate so much and so frequently. I don't get that. Why we don't wait till we up 30-0 to start rotating guys, right? So I don't understand that. That's really my only criticism from the game is the rotations. I don't Virginia Tech isn't doing anything that has me concerned. Um, offensively, I continue to Jordan Travis continues to be very frustrating to watch. Um, I don't know what's gotten into him, in my opinion. He is afraid to throw the ball across the middle of the field. If it's not to the outside, it's almost as if he refuses to throw the ball. He's also, we also know he's no longer the willing runner that he used to be. Um, so offensively, sometimes we can stall for those reasons. Um, but 22-10, outside of that, um, 22-10, outside of that is it is what it is. Again, not a lot of worry, just a lot of like frustrating things to watch. But they look like they came out off the bye week, rested, ready, motivated to go. So as far as I'm concerned, again when they're dialed in. I don't know if a team looks quite as good as when they're dialed in. The issue becomes when this is the second game, I think, where you look at it and you go, okay, you're up big, and then you kind of take your foot off the neck. And I don't quite understand that mentality. I don't understand where that's coming from. Taking your foot off your opponent's neck when you kind of have them. I don't get it. And that's becoming a theme, or at least it's seeming to become a theme. Like, we are not at the point yet from a depth standpoint and a lot of things where, okay, in the second quarter, just because you're up big, you can start you can start throwing in your second and third team guys. Man, play the starters. Play the starters. Play the starters. Um, I'm not even going to get into the refs because you know me, right? I don't blame refs, but they have not been good. I will put that out there. They've been very two big plays. Well, the main play is that pass interference on Ja'Kai Douglas. I mean, I thought that was about as blatant as it gets, and that was a no call. Thought that was kind of wild. Um, I thought the refs, that was a blatant pass interference. I mean, he grabbed his whole shoulder while the ball was still on its way in. Um, the roughing the passer call, maybe, maybe not. That's a bang bang play. I've seen that play called before. I've also seen that play not be called. So I'm not too up in arms about that. A good play by AZ. Wish the interception would have counted. But again, man, the rotations are killing me, guys. Like, the rotations on some of these, and it's mostly defense, is killing me. Rotations are killing me. But outside of that, nothing really to get up in arms about. Um, good first quarter. Uh, Average second quarter at best, I guess, is what you would call it. Good first quarter. Again, I think that was the first. Again, probably the best quarter you've looked all year. But once again, we what did I ask for coming into this game? Like, can we put together 4 quarters? And we're getting the identity of a team that we just aren't consistently putting together complete games. Like, we'll play a good quarter, and that next quarter will come out lackadaisical, or we'll play a good half, but the previous half was lackadaisical. So we'll see how they come in after halftime. Um, right? We'll see how we come in after halftime, but ultimately, yeah. I mean, you see it right when they're clicking. I don't know too many teams that can stick with it. Most of these things are just nitpicks. Some of them do have to be addressed when you play better teams, though. Um, Young Seminole says Jordan is still holding on to the ball too much, and we need and not seeing. Yeah, well, at this point, I'm almost convinced he's not even looking for the intermediate pass. He's going big or going home. It's what it seems to be. He's going big or he's going home, for better or for worse. Um, that last drive, I will agree with that. That last drive, Maurice Smith did not do a good job. But there's also been, like Randy's saying, there's been plenty of times where Travis is just back there. He's no longer a decisive runner, and now he's no longer a decisive passer. Like, again, his big player go home with him. Um, he acts like he's scared to pull it and run it. Okay, I don't want him playing like that. I understand you want to keep him healthy, but I don't want him playing like that. But he's scared to run. I feel like when he is running, he's looking to slide so early, like he's leaving yards out there. But okay, get down, stay healthy. But again, he's not even trying to work the middle of the field most of the time. Irv says, "Pope, you hate it whenever we are up against lower comp. We think we can turn it on and off." Yeah, it seems to be the trend. That seems to be the trend, which is again frustrating to watch. We did against Boston College. You're up 31-10, and then let your foot off the gas. Um, they did it from the jump against Southern Miss. Now Southern Miss wasn't talented enough to affect that to affect to change anything. But I mean, we were rotating bodies like on the second drive of the game against Southern Miss, which I thought was again too early. And then in the second quarter, we start doing it again. It is annoying. It is annoying.
Daddy,
Yes.
you put tip on my TV.
Hold on.
Yeah.
somebody tell JT's out of the Heisman race, and he's a late draft. Well, he's always a late draft pick. As far as the Heisman race goes, I mean, we'll see. Now y'all want to bench Travis? Y'all are funny. No, I am fine. Do I sound a little raspy? I don't know. I'm good though. Thank you for asking, but I'm good.
I don't know what time is it. Daddy, when are you
What?
gonna come?
Can you wait?
Mm-hmm.
Stop.
Think dumb.
Let's see. Just reading comments.
Come, Daddy.
Stop. Travis is still throwing the ball off his back foot. He's not stepping into his
Who's Travis?
throws. Um, But the thing about it is, like, when you compare us to the rest of the country, again, this is why I'm not concerned. I talked about this the other week or the other day. Like, there's no dominant team in the country right now. I just watched Ohio State go toe to toe with Maryland for about 3 quarters before they pulled it off. Like, and I know Maryland was undefeated, but Maryland's an unranked team. Um, like, we do this every week. We because we're Florida State fans, we're gonna jump to some conclusions. I get it, but again, you can't show me a top team that hasn't struggled. You can't. Has Georgia led going into any of the half times this year? They were behind against South Carolina. I'm pretty sure they were behind against Auburn. Like, come on, like, to that degree, I think we are doing way too much crying and complaining. Like, I'm watching this dude Zozuki, bro. You got to stop with the foolishness. Man said he sees us losing 3 games this year, bro. Where? Stop the cap. I get it, right? We are frustrated, but some of y'all take it to the extreme. I'm talking about let's bench JT, get Rodemaker on the field. Like, what are we talking about? Just relax. Just relax. We okay. Some of the stuff we are talking about is a little bit ridiculous, but no, we're not a perfect team by any means. The good news about that is I don't see a perfect team in college football, and they all have their weaknesses and they all have their struggles. So what's it? So yeah, he does. You right, Herb. I know he does it. He does it all the time. Um, so we can complain about anything, but again, Ohio, whether it's Ohio State, Georgia, I mean, Michigan is the only team that you would argue hasn't looked rough. And then I would dare any one of you to answer who's the one team Michigan, because Michigan hasn't played anybody. Who's the best team Michigan's played? Rutgers? No, seriously, Michigan hasn't played anybody. Anybody that's had some type of competition this point in the season has had some struggles. So yeah, some of y'all just gotta chill. Like, am I frustrated? I'm annoyed. I think frustrating is a bit too big of a word. I am annoyed with some of the things I see, because some of the things I see I think is very preventable. Like, I've only been calling since day one to tighten up these rotations. I don't know why we like to go so deep into the depth chart so early. I don't know what they see that I don't see. I don't know. Like, is it a health thing? Like, I don't know. Again, unless there's some undisclosed injury that happened in the linebacker room that we're not aware of, I don't know why 18's in the game. And I like 18 in the future, not right now. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. And again, I don't disagree with the comment. I think it's Jordan Travis. The more I watch, the routes are there. It's not like we're not running the routes. Jordan Travis isn't choosing to throw those balls. For whatever reason, Jordan Travis isn't willing to throw those balls. Again, I don't know if he's just not comfortable. I don't know. But it's not like they're not running the route tree. Jordan Travis just ain't throwing the balls. Um, I wonder if Benson can get more shifty in his running. He doesn't need to get shifty in his running. He's not a shifty runner. That's not what I want. That's his problem, is trying to be shifty. Tiptoeing. It's not his game. You know what his game should be? Put your head down and get yards. Always move forward. That's his game. I don't need him shifty. We got other backs if we need shifty. I don't need 220 plus pounds to be shifty. I don't think. I mean, they came out this game targeting Morlock and Biscuit that even has a catch. So we'll see what happens in the second half with Bell. I'm not worried about Bell's usage thus far. Bell's usage isn't the reason why offensively they struggled in that second quarter. Uh, Trey look, yeah, they again they kind of again I don't know if it's getting lackadaisical. Personally, I don't think it's being lackadaisical. I think when you start messing with the what's working and throwing different players, you'll be surprised how just changing out one player, because now that one player is missing in a crucial assignment, makes an entire defense look off. And I think they put in Brian Courtney in an unfair situation when they do that. Well, it's 22-10, and I don't know what the end score is going to be. So I'm not going to say we're not dominating. I would argue we're doing just fine in this game. Um, yes, Dent has been playing. Yeah, Dent's been on the field. No Bless Harris this game. I think Robert Scott's been playing. I haven't actually been paying attention too much, but I believe Robert Scott's been playing. And we can definitely do better. Where any team can say they do better. Yeah, game's about to come back on. I'm watching right now, so as you can see, I'm sitting in the office. Looks like a good turnout. Look like Doak Campbell got a good turnout. Again, it's 22-10, so I'm not. There's no need to panic. I don't even think, honestly, Sandra, I don't think he's that good. We're just we're letting him off the hook. Nothing I seen from him worries me, to be quite honest. Um, like even on that big run, it's like okay, like again, man, we do silly things, bro. we do silly things. Like we know we're playing a mobile quarterback, and what do? We go man to man. We go man to man. Like we do silly things that bite ourselves in the foot. To be quite honest with you, yeah, he's just big. I agree. Nothing about him impressed. I don't think he's impressive when I watch him. I'm just being honest with you. That doesn't mean he can't get better, but nah. All right, man. Game about they about to kick off, and y'all already know after the game what to tune into. Let's see how we play in the second half, y'all. Oh hell, Did this dude just take it all the way back? Let me get out of here. Bye, y'all. I'm getting.